Slaptail squad, assemble.
If you are listening to this, you are a member of the Great Slaptail Nation, my nation. And who am I? I'm the Beef Man, master of the universe, creator of all things great and small, and Lord High Commander of the Great Slaptail Nation Army. And with me today, live from the Uniden, is my number 2, the Rons.
Hey, B-Man, how's it going, buddy?
Not too bad, Rons. How are you?
Better days ahead. So far, so good.
All right. What have you been doing this week?
Jeez. What haven't I been doing?
Probably lots of things would be my guess, because there's an infinitesimal amount of things that you could be doing. So my guess is that you have not done anywhere near that.
You are correct. Wow, you are just brilliant on that.
It's a philosophical question.
Philosophical.
Also with us today, because I don't
just
really,
working.
yeah, just working. Okay, also with us today, live from not quite Detroit, is the Swan. Say hello, Swan.
Hello, Swan.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Also with us from the great city that's known for cereal and syrup is our own personal pudding pop, special chocolate, Jumanji.
Good evening, Beefman.
Good evening, Jumanji.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Rons.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Swan.
Yes.
Buenas noches.
Good evening.
Who is dinging? Who is that?
It's probably me, but
Why?
it says it's silent,
Why?
so I don't
Why
really know
are you
how
dinging,
to make
Swan?
it. I don't know. It says it's
What is
silent.
dinging? What is that?
It would be my computer.
Why is your computer
I
dinging?
don't know, because it's on sleepy time, silent mode.
What is
I
so
have-
possibly important that you
I
are
don't even
getting
know what it
dinged?
is. I don't even know what it is. So I don't even. It's not text,
You know
because
what's the
it's
funny
on
thing
Do
about the
Not
Swan?
Disturb.
You know what's the funny thing
She
about
doesn't know
Swan?
how to use technology.
Is Swan has been, as long as I've known her, has had the newest phone, the newest whatever gadget, and not only that, she works from home, where she works 90% of her day with technology. Yet she doesn't understand how to use any of it.
It's not a Mac.
You also don't know how to use a Mac.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I don't know how to use. That's the one. That's the dinging.
But you also don't know how to use a Windows computer.
Yes, I do.
Then why are you always asking me questions?
Like what?
Like all the time. Like, I don't understand why all my emails are gone. I don't know how to get rid of an email.
That
don't know how
is on my stupid iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Damn you, iPhones.
Yeah, well, yeah. I
would
the
say
iPhone.
All computers are basically the same thing. Literally.
Oh, have fun with them. Have fun with the iPhone.
Well, they have core programs. All of them. They have a setup. They have a setting. They have sound. If you look at it, they all have
phones.
the same things.
They take calls. You can make calls.
Yeah, basically, yeah, you're making fun of that, but it's true.
No, I'm not making fun. I'm not making fun of it. I'm not making fun of it. Okay. No, they are all. And not only that, Swan, everything is intuitive.
No, I don't. It's on silent mode. I don't really know why. So I feel like if you were on silent mode, yes.
If you ding one more fucking time,
it's probably gonna happen. What you gonna do?
Nothing.
What you gonna do? You're gonna reach through over here
absolutely nothing that I can do about it.
Tell me to shut the fuck up. Just tell me to shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
There you go. And then
what have you I guess a little recap. We did not do a podcast last week because I was way too busy for that. Couldn't do it. Couldn't pull one off.
Were you Ron's busy?
Oh God, no one's busy as Ron's. Yeah. No one's that busy. Oh my goodness.
No one is that busy.
Can't possibly be that busy. No, there was just too much going on. There was no way I was going to be able to do it. But I was also disappointed because none of my cast members asked me what was up with doing a podcast last week.
Well, B-Man and I hate to sound facetious about that, because that's a big word there, is that usually you tell us it's your goddamn podcast and you will do it the way you want to do it. And basically, we just wait for you. You're our leader. You tell us when you want us together and we assemble.
Except I have always told you guys to take the initiative. And if I don't hear from you, I will get pissed off and be like, fuck these guys. They're not serious about it. Let's not do a podcast. Do I not say that?
You know I'm serious about it.
That is so true. It's so true.
You know I'm serious about it, but you have other things going on in your life, and I didn't want to bother you with them. I figured,
I feel like that's a cop out.
I feel like you know the routine. It's like a weekly thing for like years. Yeah, that. That's what he said.
Okay.
Fun thing though, we did go to see a professional comedian last week. That was dope.
That was pretty dope.
We got to see Lewis Black. That was fucking awesome. Oh my god. Fucking
he was hilarious.
Fucking slayed. And the guy who opened for him was also awesome. And I can't remember that dude's name. Was Jeff, right?
I think, yeah. But I don't remember what.
I don't know, but he was good too. And here's the funny thing is I often forget how old I am. Not that I'm old, but I've been listening to Lewis Black since like in my 20s. And I always have this picture of him in my head. And then we went to the concert and he walked out and I was like, oh my God, I forgot that he would not be the same way I imagined him in my head when I was in my 20s, because it's 30 years later. And of course he's older than I am. Then people do age. So he walked out. I was like, oh my God, he's like an old dude now. But he fucking killed it, man.
I think it was hilarious because it's really funny to see old people swear and say the F word like every other sentence in the proper context.
So it's fine. You think he was only funny because an old guy was swearing? You can go see that you can go see that in the train.
No, because his jokes were really funny too.
No, he fucking slayed, man. He was awesome.
No, I've been following his career for a little bit. I like the way he does political humor. I really do. It's just watching him get riled up over the debates and everything is just hilarious to me.
Yeah, it was great. He mentioned basically that he made oh my swear to fucking God. If your goddamn computer
notifications are silenced. I have no fucking clue. I don't.
Yeah, we know. We know you got no clue.
Clearly,
you can turn down the volume of your phone.
It's not my phone. It's the computer.
You can turn down the volume of the computer,
and then I won't be able to fucking hear you. Are you retarded?
That's not true, Swan.
I don't know.
Totally different thing.
Okay, well, I'm going to turn down the volume right now, and you guys.
No, it's not the volume that you're. Oh my God, your notifications volume are totally different from.
I don't know. Well, I don't.
Microphone. If you would.
Well, and if you would just let me know, because I was trying not to make a bunch of noise because all the wires are in front of the keyboard.
And why are the wires in front of the keyboard?
Because I am sitting on a desk, like on a dresser, on a little stool. And I'm very uncomfortable, and I'm already pissed off about it.
She's on a wee stool.
Are you B-Man pissed off or just Swan pissed off?
Possibly, I might be. And mother F.
Well, anyway.
Whoa, watch it. The B-Man lets them slide. So do I, but not you.
Well, anyway, it was awesome to see Lewis Black, and I got this awesome Lewis Black anger button, which has lots of key Lewis Black phrases. This might be one of my most prized possessions.
I'm just helping you use it.
Unfucking-leapable.
Exactly.
Love it. Love
definitely.
it.
Do you just take that around with you, and that's how you communicate with people?
I'm considering it.
I'm considering it. You remember how
like Run DMC would wear like the big shit on and like underneath? Yeah. I feel like if I could get like a chain and just wear this on my chest, it would be pretty dope.
Okay. And how often would you use that?
Oh fuck, dude! I mean, there's not an occasion where you can't use this. I mean,
son of a bitch.
Fucking awesome. All right, and then and then Saturday we had our show, which was great. It was fucking fun. What a blast! I'm telling you, it's so great to realize and to see that there's comedy here that we never knew about. It's just upsetting to realize that all this like shows were going on, and of course we don't know about them. But of course, the pandemic would have kept us from seeing it anyway. But it's great now to be able to see all these different shows, and it's a lot of fun.
Would you say that?
Make sure you take a big breath before you speak.
Yeah,
did.
now it's your turn, Ron. Get yelled at. Have fun
Yeah.
with that.
No problem. I'm used to it. So, would you say the comedy scene is slowly returning after the pandemic, starting to grow again?
Well, I mean, I don't know because we didn't know it existed, right? So we're like, wow, is there comedy around here? Our point of reference.
I knew about it, believe it or not. I knew
don't.
about it. I just
I don't
didn't.
believe it.
I couldn't attend it.
But
Because,
he chose not to share it with you either.
well, I didn't know he was going to go in this direction, but a friend of mine.
No, I'm not even talking about doing. I'm not talking about doing comedy. I'm talking about just going to see it.
Yeah, no.
Our point of
acquaintance
reference.
mine.
Our point of reference was like Gary Fields in Battle Creek, and when Shakespeare's had stuff occasionally.
A friend of mine, or I should say more of an acquaintance, had. She was always telling me about all these comedy clubs that she would go to, and she had tickets all the time to go to them. So I knew about the comedy scene. I just couldn't participate in it. So it was, and I'm just thinking it's coming back after the pandemic, and it's, according to you, of course, it's growing, and that's great.
I don't think that ever came out of my mouth. That's what you said.
Yeah, I know.
You asked me if it was, but I never said that because what I said was I didn't even know it existed. This is a case of Ron's putting words into my mouth. I didn't say that.
Of course.
I wouldn't know if it's growing or not because I didn't know that it was there.
Okay.
I wish I could have those things like. So when my son does Twitch, he has people that are like his moderators or whatever, and he can do these things where. So he can just say, play that back, and they'll immediately record and they can play it right back. Like, I wish I had that because then I could be like, Ron's, I never said that. That's what you said.
I agree. You're right. It's the Mandela effect. I'm sorry.
To yourself? It's the Mandela effect. Of course. Yeah.
Of course.
I don't know.
Stranger things have happened?
Yes, definitely.
Jumanji, what did you think of the show this weekend, our show?
I wasn't there this
I know, you son of a bitch.
I know.
You walked right into that one.
Dad.
Yeah, you prioritize your children. What the fuck?
Jeez.
Ron's, what
As long
did
as
you
I
think of the
can.
show?
I wanted to just point out, I know why. That he prioritized his child.
Because he's a dad?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No. Because something else. Why don't you tell us, Jumanji?
What else, Jumanji?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, please tell.
What's going on?
Please.
It rewinds back to Ron's question about parenting.
Swan, we're all fucking lost. So if you could just...
It's because he's gay.
Oh.
Remember Ron's question? Who's the better parent?
Yeah. Way to refresh our memory. Maybe pull a little bit more information into your clever quips that you've got going on. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Rons, what did you think of the show?
Once again, I will apologize straight up because you know I damn well I wasn't there because Little Powder Donut was sick this weekend. So I took care of her all weekend.
She was sick making mead and apple cider.
Well, you saw that, yes.
Yeah, stop
posting your life.
Tell Little Powder Donut if she's so sick and you can't make it to our show, stop posting all the fun shit you did while you weren't attending.
No, she did it while I took a nap.
So she was sick and you took a nap.
I'd been up for 20 fucking hours.
This hole is getting deep already.
That's all right.
That's all right.
That's all right.
Anyway,
I
who
don't
is
care.
the better parent?
I honestly don't. I honestly don't care that you guys weren't there.
Yeah,
I did want to go. I really did. But
no, I mean, I honestly, it's not. Well, I guess that's mean for me to say that I don't care. It's not that I don't care. It's just I would have had no time to even do shit anyway. I don't have time to really socialize with anybody until the show is over, and then everybody takes off after the show. So like, why the fuck did I even tell them at the end of the show? I'm like, hey, hang out with us, and then everybody takes off. Like, where the fuck's everybody going?
Don't you think it would be really cool if you could watch and be an audience member in your show that you're doing? I mean, I know you can't do that because you're only one person, but I do think it would be really cool.
Kind of looking on the.
How would you do that?
Yeah,
you can't.
From the outside.
I mean, you can't, but it would be cool because we don't get to experience it from the audience perspective.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of also sucks is I really like hosting. I think it's fun, but I can't like 100% pay attention to what the comedians are doing in their set because I'm stressed about When do I have to light them for their time? I need to take pictures of them. And so I don't get to like totally enjoy their set.
Yeah, that's how I felt too. And I wasn't even as busy with it as you were. I was busy running around and doing things. But yeah, I feel like I missed probably a good 15 minutes of
Okay.
content.
Yeah, yeah. I understand what you're saying.
Plus, I had wardrobe changes. So
Wardrobe changes?
I had to run off, change clothes, run back. And I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah.
You're getting fancy.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you. Why a wardrobe change? I'm curious.
If you were there, you
If
would
you
have
were there,
known.
you would
Ron.
know.
I know, but I
No,
wasn't.
we're not going to tell you all about it. We
It's
can't
secret.
tell you. It's a secret now.
It's
All right,
only
fair
for the people who came to the audience.
Now
If you-
lost to the
in the
universe.
audience. Mhm, it's
Okay,
gone.
fair enough.
Did
Fair
you
enough.
change? Did you change on stage or did you exit?
There was a point
Yes.
where I changed on stage, actually. There may have been a point where me and 2 other veterans walked out onto stage in basically our skivvies.
Ooh, get some
Ooh.
singles.
No,
Make it rain. Make it rain, B-Man.
no, I did not. I forgot what I was going to say, though. Oh, anyway, it was a good show. It was lots of fun. So I guess I guess this would be a good point in time for me to thank all the people who came to our show.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing with us. That was a great time. Thanks for the comedians who were in the show. Lots of fun. Barton James, David Steves, Adam Cameron, Jason Fuller, Big Shorty. Did I miss anybody?
I think that's it.
Me?
You. And our friend who saved the day.
Oh, yes, our friend Dorothy. Thank you for listening, Dorothy. Thank you for
Yes.
saving the day. That was excellent.
How did she save the day?
If you were there, you would.
I know. I
but
would have
you
known.
weren't.
Fuck that. I
So we
would've known
can't
that.
tell you. It's a trade
All
secret
right.
now.
All right.
Yep.
I get that.
Trade secret now.
Trade secret. I get that.
Well, there's a lot of shit going on in the world, obviously. And we don't get very political about it, but it seems like war is on the brink for everybody, unfortunately, and this sucks ass. And we're all soon to be broke, and we're not going to have any money in this country, and we're not taking care of our own, and we are blindly supporting Israel, which I think is bullshit. But anyway, I'm not going to get political. But I will say this.
No,
though.
not at all. What the fuck?
I will say this, though, even if, let's say, Jumanji, you were my best friend, which you are one of my best friends.
Aww.
I would
Aw.
not blindly support you if you decided it was a good idea to kill all the black puppies because you only like white ones. I would not, as
What
your
the
friend,
fuck?
support you doing that.
Understandable.
What, Ronz, you don't understand the analogy that I'm making?
What about the brown puppies? Them too?
It's an analogy, Swan. I'm just
I'm
saying.
aware.
Yeah.
What about the ones that are
I'm
spotted,
saying it's not
black
a
and
good
white?
idea to just blindly support what Israel is doing.
Exactly.
Swan. That's what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. Just trying to make it humorous. Clearly, you're grumpy.
Clearly, you don't understand humor because you're, what about the brown puppies? Not fucking funny.
Hmm.
So I thought
Yeah.
it would be fun to talk about
Anyway.
what we want for Christmas. Or what is your or even additionally to that, what are your happiest Christmas memories? Or what are your worst Christmas memories? Anybody got a good one?
Let's start with my worst Christmas.
Okay, Swan, go
memories.
ahead. Yeah, you way to volunteer.
As
Swan.
we all know, I grew up in Detroit,
I don't think
and
anybody
everybody
knew
knows
that.
this. I think everybody knows this.
Jumanji, were
And if
you
didn't,
aware? Were you?
You've just been schooled. I grew up in Detroit.
Think so.
Had a rough childhood. Pretty much feel like I was the adult and the parent from age 9. But whatever. I'm okay with it. Not bitter. Moved on from that. I remember we were probably 6 or 8 at the most. My sister's 2 years younger than me. Woke up and there was no fucking Christmas. Literally, there was no Christmas. There was nothing under the tree. Why the hell would you put up a tree if you're not going to give us anything? And they literally told us that we didn't get anything because we were shitty kids. We got nothing. Absolutely nothing. And they weren't fucking kidding. Like, it didn't come out later. Nothing. We got absolutely nothing for Christmas.
You didn't even get a
Oh,
half a pack of
wow.
smokes? Your dad didn't even give you a half a pack of smokes?
No stockings, no nothing. Yep. So that is the day I stopped believing. I was 8.
Wow, that is fucking
Aw.
tragic.
I mean, it didn't even have to be like a big present. It could have just
You know,
been,
I just want to go out and give you a shitload of Christmas gifts now.
no,
he just
I
wants
really
to get
do.
you. Ron just wants to go to Goodwill and get you a shitload of
all
crappy
those
presents.
things, all those things that I missed out in my childhood.
Yeah, I do actually. You know what? The gift I got you last year was the Garbage Pail Kids.
It was like a couple years
Like
ago,
2
but
years
yeah,
A couple
yeah.
years ago, yeah.
So
So yeah, I mean, and
No.
no,
I don't need anything. I just think that that's a
no,
really
you don't need
shitball.
anything. You're right, but it's the concept that you were a good kid. You've been a great adult. You've been a great friend.
I mean, maybe I
Fuck
wasn't a
that
good
shit.
kid, and that's fine. But even if I was a bratty kid, you don't set Christmas up to be cool and like pump up Santa and all those things and then not show up.
No, you don't fucking set your kids up for failure like that. That sucks.
I would like to point out, though, that Swan said there was literally no Christmas that year. Swan, you couldn't be more wrong because despite what was going on in your home, there was a Christmas.
Okay, probably just at my house then. No Christmas in Detroit. So were you there? Were you there? There's no
I'm pretty
Christmas in
sure that
Detroit.
year, see, you were 8. That means I was 14. I recall a Christmas that year.
Oh well, good for you then. Maybe Santa liked you.
Big man, you're such an ass.
Was that the year you got booty ass fake G.I. Joe? Or whatever the hell it was?
No, they never got me G.I. Joe.
No. Okay then.
There's never one time did they ever give me G.I. Joe.
Well, sorry.
Yeah.
At least you got Christmas.
Apparently everybody
Anyway.
did, but according to you, there was no Christmas that year.
At my house. There was no
Literally,
Christmas at my
there
house.
was no. Was there a Christmas tree?
Yes.
Okay, then there was Christmas at your house.
Nope. There was no Christmas. There was no presents. There was no nothing. There was
Was
no like
there?
Christmas celebration. There was a tree.
So
but
was it just
nothing
called a
happened
tree?
with it. Yeah.
that
it was
year
probably
it
just a
wasn't. It
tree.
was that year. It was called a tree.
It was
wasn't
probably a
called a Christmas
freaking
tree.
marijuana plant.
Maybe they just spent it all on the Christmas tree, and that's all they could afford.
It wasn't a Christmas
It
tree,
was a
Ron,
fake
because there was
Christmas
no.
tree.
It wasn't a Christmas tree because there was no Christmas.
Right.
It was just a tree in the house.
It's just
Yeah.
a tree.
So it's
for
like
no
a Charlie
reason.
Brown Christmas, just a tree.
No,
and
Ron, there was
organ-
no
It's not
Christmas.
Christmas.
Charlie Brown
Okay, yeah,
had
all right,
Christmas.
I get that. I'm sorry, I keep repeating that. So it's just a tree with an ornament.
That's the best when their heads are just all like up, like you can
Their
see
mouths are
their
just
little nose and
circles.
their little
Yeah.
mouths. Ooh, that's the best, man. I love the Peanuts gang. Oh, so much.
Ah.
Oh, jeez.
Anybody else
Okay.
have a good a Christmas memory, good, bad, or otherwise?
I think one of the best and worst Christmas memories I have is when I was nearly broke in the Air Force and I managed to go out and still surprise a little powder donut with a Christmas tree, and I got her a book that she wanted. So although it was a sobering fact that you should never spend money I can't even say the fucking word frivolously. Yeah. If you look around, you can find a good deal here and there. So this is back with the technological age starting up. I had a high phone bill because of my phone modem, and I paid it off no problem. But then I realized I didn't have that much for Christmas, and a buddy of mine wanted to go into town to get a Christmas tree, and this guy says, "Well, you get one for $5." I said, "I happen to have $5. Can I get one too?" The guy says, "Yeah." So I got a Christmas tree for $5. Snuck it in the house. We decorated it. That was great. And I had she wanted a book, and I actually hid the book somewhere in the house, and I gift wrapped it, and I gave her a book. And at that point, it was like it taught me to appreciate the little things that I have. Right. Christmas is Christmas, but it's much better with family and friends around. So, sobering as it was, it's nowhere near as tragic fucking story as the Swan, but it was what it was. It was kind of eye-opening to me.
I mean, it would have been. I mean, Swan's story might have been tragic, but as we have established, it's really not traumatic because there was no Christmas.
Christmas.
Right.
Had there
exactly.
actually been a Christmas and she had experienced that, it would have been dramatic.
I think also one of one of my fondest memories.
You get
was,
one. Yeah, we got to move on with
That's
that.
it.
Oh, okay.
Your turn's
Yeah.
over.
Besides,
No,
we're,
I was gonna
probably-
say,
guys, we're not done talking about that little excursion. So you guys, let me
Yeah.
ask the question. So were you guys living together at the time? You guys were married or not married?
yeah, no, we were married. up
You were
in-
married, and then you irresponsibly blew all your money on what, internet?
Internet
AOL?
porn.
No, well,
It was
this
AOL,
is
right?
pre-internet
AOL.
days. This is pre-internet days. This is phone modem days. Yeah. So I was hooked
So-
into some BBSs around the world.
What the fuck's a
Did you
BBS?
say BBCs?
He
Yeah, I
did.
did.
He did.
That was the British shows. It was
Yeah.
bulletin board systems.
So you were spending all your money on porn, and
No,
the donut didn't get her Christmas. Nice job,
no,
Ron.
she got her Christmas, but I was more involved in the computer scene than a lot of people realize.
Right.
You said that like you were like a drug dealer.
He was like an underground blogger.
Sounds like he was just getting into trouble like in the early days, like everybody else did. You know how many people I was in the army with that blew their entire salary on playing games on AOL back when you had to pay for access instead of having unlimited access? Like that happened all the time. We had lots of people that like wasted their entire salary and they're like, fuck, when they got their AOL bill.
But this is pre-AOL.
Yeah, I got that, Ron's. I'm comparing. It's basically the same thing. You did the same thing. You basically just, it was almost like the people who were spending too much money on a phone bill. You know, it's the same thing. You were blowing your money on something that's not even tangible, and then
You're right.
and then you turn around,
Right.
and then you turn around and go, "Fuck, I have no money." And of course, being in the military, you are very susceptible to getting fucked over because you don't make that much money.
I agree.
That's
I do have a
why.
funny
That's why
story
there's
about
all
that.
these. That's why there's all these car dealerships outside of forts, and you know they'll sell you whatever at 24% interest because you don't know any better, and then you'll go buy something stupid, and then they repossess it, and you're broke.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What were you gonna say? Swan?
Jumanji, that's okay. I can save that story for another time.
Same here.
One of my answers to B-Man's questions. What I would like for Christmas is a couch. It's interesting, like once you're an adult, the things that you want are things like couches and pots and pans and washers and dryers. Like I never thought that I would have a couch on my Christmas list, but it is.
Do you want a bougie couch?
What's a bougie couch?
You know, something that's like velvet, purple velvet.
No, that's
That's
hideous.
not bougie. That's just 70s porn.
You're fixated on porn.
Yeah, I was
okay.
gonna say that too, Ron. She just keeps mentioning porn.
I did.
OnlyFans.
There we go.
Slaptail Squad OnlyFans.
That'd be so
You're in.
boring.
That would be pretty boring.
So fucking boring.
We could do that.
Just
We can
think
do
about
an,
how
we
boring
can
that
do
would
an
be.
OnlyFans to fund Jumanji's Christmas couch.
Mm.
What type of couch do you want, Jumanji?
Yeah, do gay people want different couches than straight people? That was the next question that was gonna come out of Ron's mouth.
No, that actually never crossed my mind.
Mm,
Mm,
mm.
But I'm trying to think of something that's like a bad Christmas
You get
memory
one. We're moving on.
that I have. Yeah.
Sorry, you got one.
Okay.
We're moving back around the clock.
Okay,
I
what
would
you
like to
got?
talk. I would like to talk about one of my happiest Christmas memories.
okay.
I had told Swan, and of course the children know that. Of course, my children know that I love Star Wars. Swan knows I love Star Wars. But I always like to tell these stories about how terrible my parents were on buying Christmas presents. It was like they did the opposite of whatever you asked. You know, if I said, please, 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 Santa, get me a Han Solo action figure, and they're only this big, you know, they're tiny. They sold them everywhere. My parents would turn around and get me like C-3PO. Some shit like that. I'd be like, what the fuck? Or they would give me some knockoff that wasn't even a Star Wars character. It was something at like Kmart. And so I was telling my wife and kids all these different stories about how they always do that shit to me. And one year, more than anything in the world, and this was more than one Christmas, I wanted the blaster that Han Solo carries. I wanted that for so many years. My buddy Adam, he got every Star Wars character that you could imagine. He got everything that came with it. He had the blaster. He had all that stuff. And I wanted one so bad, and I didn't get one. I didn't get anything even remotely close. And then one year, they got me this little pistol that made noise, this little space pistol that had no association with, didn't have an association with Buck Rogers, Battlestar Galactica, Star Wars, Star Trek, nothing, had no association with any of that. And I was like, this is not what I want.
Was it the thing that made sparks when you like went?
No.
No,
No,
not those.
it wasn't.
Okay.
I did have one of those though. So anyway, I was telling them this story. So my beautiful wife and my two awesome children went out of their way, went on Etsy, right? That's where you went.
Mm-hmm.
Went on Etsy, got me a vintage Han Solo, little action figure, got me that, and they found this person who made a replica of Han
For
Solo's.
movie props.
Got me this total badass replica, way better than what they made in the 70s. It literally actually has heft to it. It's metal and 3D printer made. Whoa. And it actually shoots the little balls, the airsoft balls. And it's fucking dope as fuck. And I opened those things from them and I freaking lost it and cried like a fucking baby.
Oh.
It's true.
Oh. The Beat Man has feelings. That's cool.
Well, I mean, I do. It's unfortunate, but it's true. So one of my very happy memories, my blaster sits up here in my office, but I carefully wrapped up my Han Solo and put it away.
Do you play with your blaster?
Fuck yeah, I do.
Like around the house?
Yeah. Like on May 4th, there's a picture of me like with my blaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I play
Oh.
with it. It's fucking awesome. So an awesome holiday memory.
That's awesome.
But in general, I ask them not to give me anything. Usually I ask for soap.
It's true. However, we just re-upped your soap, so I don't know what you're going to get for Christmas because you're all stocked up on soap.
I'll still take soap, honestly.
Okay.
You can make your own soap.
Yeah, I'm also not a savage. And
well, no, because I remember the gift I got you, the Han Solo in carbonite. So if you made your soap using that mold, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. Why would I? And how long would one little Han Solo soap last me? I don't have a big penis. That's not even enough soap for my cock. I mean, I might use it to put Han Solo in my suspension chamber, which is my asshole. But other than that,
ew,
probably not going to use that for anything.
Okay, just a suggestion. So are you going to hang your Yoda stocking up?
Oh yeah, I hung up my Yoda stocking last year. That Yoda stocking also hangs up in my office.
Cool.
Yes. Moving back around the clock then. Swan, do you have a happy memory since you gave us a bad one?
I mean, I feel like probably the happy memories are like the Christmases where the kids open up stuff. Like I have a pretty fond memory, and I don't even remember what we bought them as gifts, but they just open it up and their faces are so excited. And like one of the best pictures that we have is with Baby Swan opening her gifts while Bailey is just sitting there intently watching her, and it was just cute, like by the Christmas tree. So
Bailey was our dog.
Yeah, Bailey was our German Shepherd who was Baby Swan's favorite.
This was not our creepy neighbor who was visiting.
Right, no. Our German Shepherd who was so cute and herded the children and was great. Best dog ever. Sorry, Sam. Sorry.
I love Sammy too. Jeez.
She's second best dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Great memory, Swan.
What? That's a good memory, I
didn't
think.
say it wasn't. I said great memory.
With sarcasm.
There was literally a Christmas that year.
Yeah, there was a Christmas. Because we made it. We made it happen.
I like all the funny pictures of the children over the years. One of my favorite funny pictures of Summer is Baby Swan is when she got her, Skylar, I think, got her the World's Best Boss coffee cup that Michael Scott has on The Office. She's like...
Or how about all the pictures of her with Santa when she's a baby where she's like mortified and crying, but they're there anyway?
No, that was only like the first couple of years. After that, she's got cute pictures where she's talking to him. She's like...
Yeah.
I like the dog pictures with with Santa Claus. Those are fun.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We should do that
Cool.
this year.
Probably should.
Take Sammy to see Santa.
Ron's, you got a happy memory or a bad memory?
Well, I already said well, I would say one of the happiest memories I have is when I got all my military friends when I was up at Loring
All two of them.
together. What's that?
All two of them.
All two of them, and we all had dinner at my house. We wrapped gifts and we just had a great time. Right. I was explaining to the boy, my son, how when you join the military, you have this bigger family than you, right? You have your immediate family, and then you have this brother in arms, sister in arms thing that transcends worldwide and over time. And those are the guys, the B-Man can actually relate to this, is that if there's ever a problem in the world and you're still connected with them, they'll come out of the woodwork to help you. And that kind of camaraderie during Christmas time shows itself a lot. And I was always grateful to have all those friends around me at that time. So that was really, really a fun time for me. I got pictures somewhere of us doing something, but that was great. So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice memory.
And
Good
yeah, it was great. In fact, real quick, this is how well it extended too, is that RJ got stranded in New York and we had to go get him. And he was in what I call a dead zone. There was no one around him that couldn't, he was further away from my daughter, further away from one of my friends, my military friends. But I had one in New York, and Norma, what is her name? She says if he were closer, he could stay the night. And I haven't seen Norma in 30 years. That's how well and how tight my military family was. And I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of my military friends, I haven't seen them for the ones that I was most close to. I haven't seen for I think 10 years maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could have a conversation. It was like we just saw each other yesterday.
Yeah, that's so fantastic. So
Yeah,
that
it was really
one of my
cool.
fondest memories.
Yeah, it was really cool. As we went to the people who make our T-shirts for the Slaptail Squad and for Slaptail Nation. New T-shirts out, by the way, Slaptail Nation. And I took them my old physical training T-shirt from my first unit and gave that to them and a picture of the emblem. And they recreated our physical training shirts, and I sent them to my team. And so they got those and took pictures and sent them to me. So I got to give them to Swan though. I finally got the last one, so she can make a little pic collage for me, so I can send that to them. Which was very cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Jumanji, did you have any bad Christmas memories?
Bad? I can't think of a bad one yet. I've thought about one of my favorite gifts I've ever gotten was a boombox back when boomboxes were a thing.
Heck yeah.
It was when they came out with boomboxes that had the detachable speakers. Wasn't Bluetooth yet, but you can move the speakers and space them out a little bit from the.
Yeah, I had one of those in the 80s in my dorm. Yeah. Thought those were cool.
Nice.
Did you have the removable cassette deck?
Hey, way to make it about you, Rons. You don't want to,
No, I was relating. You don't want Jumanji
to finish
relating.
his story, do you?
Taking away from his happy moment, his special
right.
Christmas memory.
Right, Rons.
Jeez,
sorry.
Rons.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Fuck it. By the way, did Christmas exist for you that year as well?
It probably did. Only at Jumanji's house.
Anyway, you're right. Jumanji, continue.
That was it.
That was it.
I don't remember where I was though. But yeah, that was one of my favorite gifts.
Who got it for you?
Both my parents. They didn't really do the whole Santa thing. My dad was like, I'm working for this money. You're going to know it's for me. So
I feel like we did for the children small gifts from Santa and the big gifts were from us. Like Santa always brought their stocking and like maybe one thing, but we did their big gifts. So they knew it was from us.
Yeah.
We just buy them too much shit, honestly.
That is true.
Every year
I feel
I'm
like we've scaled it back.
Every
I feel
year,
like it's been scaled back. No.
we've scaled this. Every year I'm like, oh, I'm going to get them this. And then I get them, I'm like, oh, I want to get them this. And then I end up getting them a ton of shit. And I'm like, God damn it, I did it again.
Well, and you scale it back, but as they got older, the shit they want is more expensive.
Yeah.
And you're like, that costs $300 or what? I'm like, what the heck?
So what's the most expensive thing you bought your kids?
Probably an iPhone.
Whoa.
Yeah.
multiple.
So maybe with that iPhone, maybe they can show the Swan how to use it. Hello.
Maybe.
I'm gonna drink this wine in this vintage
Are,
cup.
are you a
and tell
good
Ron to
gift
shut the
giver,
fuck up.
B-Man?
I love giving gifts.
Do you?
I would much rather give gifts than get them. I'm not as bad as Swan though. Swan likes to give gifts also, but Swan can't make it to the day that you're going to get the gift. She can't do it. So the entire time, as soon as Swan gets something for somebody, she's always like, "Do you want your gift now?" It could be like 2 weeks before Christmas, and you have to just keep reining her in and be like, "No, I don't want the gift." She's like, "Please, just take it. Please open it." And you're like, "No, no, I don't want." I'm like,
I get so excited about it. I want
So
to
she
like
thrives
give
on
it.
that excitement. Yeah.
Apparently, I ruined Christmas. I mean, I'm
If
just
it
excited
existed.
about it.
we all have to do
No.
it to her. I think the kids have to do it to her too. We're like, "Shut the fuck up. Just wait."
So I
Wait.
just don't buy gifts until the last minute anymore. So there is a chance you may not get what you really, really want because I'm not going to order it ahead of time.
And then I like for them to wait to open hers until last. Like, oh, this is one she wanted you to open. Just wait. Let's see if we can make her head explode.
Yeah.
And then whatever she got you sucks.
Oh, no, it doesn't. I'm going to take your
What is
Star
what is
Wars
this,
blaster
like,
back.
What is this salt lamp? Why do I care about a salt
That was your
lamp?
birthday.
Oh, worst birthday gift ever. That was the worst birthday gift I've ever had. I would take the birthday that my parents didn't get home until after my bedtime and woke me up to eat cake over that year. My wife got me that Himalayan salt lamp for my birthday and thought it would be the most amazing gift ever. I'm like, what the actual fuck?
In
is
my
this?
defense, you're like, I don't want anything for my birthday, so I got you that.
So she got me something
Wait.
I definitely didn't want.
So I actually have one of those. I have a
have one
Himalayan
too.
salt lamp.
But would you be
Yeah.
geeked about getting it for your birthday?
I don't think so, but aren't those supposed to promote like tranquility vibes and peace vibes?
No, I like it, but just to get it for your birthday, I'm like, why would you get this for my birthday? This is
I
the
mean,
most
I'd be excited
lame.
about that for my birthday.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I
You
No,
would.
I like it too. No, I like it
No,
too.
you wouldn't.
Yeah, she's lying. I like it too when she'll buy something that she, quote, knows I want, but she bought it for herself.
Are you talking
Well,
about
yeah,
Dobby?
that way if you don't play with it, it's yours.
Are you
Sure,
talking
yeah.
about Dobby?
Swan gets me. This is so ridiculous. What did you get that? You got me that for my birthday,
Dobby.
right? You got
Yeah.
for my birthday, right?
Yeah.
Swan gets me an action figure of Dobby from Harry Potter. It's like 8
Yeah.
inches tall. She gets it for me. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Why would you think that I want this? She's like, I just thought it was cool. She wanted
I
it.
did. It was so cute. He's so cute.
So I'm like, well, then you can fucking have it. Why the fuck would you give me this?
So you're actually buying a gift for yourself because you know he's not going to like it.
I mean, it's not that he doesn't like it, but it was like not one of his favorite
I don't
things.
see the Bee Man playing with a Dobby doll, or let alone collecting a Dobby doll. I don't see him as a Harry Potter fan.
No, I love
He's
Harry
a Harry
Potter.
Potter
But
fan.
if she'd have got me like a Harry Potter Lego set, that'd have been fucking dope. Something like that. But she got me Dobby. I'm like, why on earth?
Because he's
Not
cute.
only this is how stupid that thing is. It has a hole in the packaging. It has a hole cut out for its little nose to stick through.
It's like a plastic
So
package, and
fucking
its nose
ridiculous.
sticks out. It's great.
It's fucking ridiculous. Oh, Swan.
He's
You-
cute.
So I know what to get the Bee Man now for Christmas. That's pretty obvious.
A Dobby, a matching one. I can send you a picture on so you can get him like the matching one. They could be twins.
You get the
But
one.
actually,
You can get the one that lives in the Order of the Phoenix house. That's another one.
obviously it's for the Bee Man. It's Star Wars related all the way. So
Yeah, obviously. Oh, by the way, we are going to have a comedy show on May 4th.
wow,
I was able to secure the venue for that day.
that's
I
kind
don't
of
know what
far
we're going
out.
to do. I don't know. Ron, do you have to?
I
You
know
have
nothing
to-
of what you do on that part, so
I
I'll
have
say
to
okay.
have so much time to get comedians. It's not something you can just jump through your ass to do.
I'll agree with you. I have no fucking clue on how that shit is run. I really don't.
But that was just an FYI.
Can someone do a
problem.
whole Star Wars bit? That'd be just
Oh, that'd be great.
fucking hilarious.
Well, I don't think we can get Patton Oswalt, but if we could, that would be awesome.
That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's not going to
So,
happen.
are you going to dress up as Han Solo?
No.
Chewbacca.
Han Solo is not my favorite. See, Han Solo was my favorite when I was a really, really little kid.
So, who's your favorite now?
It's Luke Skywalker.
Oh,
It used to be, when I was a little kid, it was always Han Solo. But as I got older, I was like, oh no, it's Luke straight up. Obviously I love Darth Vader, but I don't like how they bastardized him in all the other movies. But so it's always Luke Skywalker. Darth Vader's still my most favorite villain, even though he's, quote, a good guy. He's a good / bad guy. But no, Luke Skywalker's my favorite.
fantastic.
But no, I don't think I'm going to dress up. I'm sure I'm just going to wear a t-shirt with probably Darth Vader on it.
So that's the day I should wear a red shirt then from Star Trek.
If we actually do a May 4th themed set comedy show, if you show up with Star Trek, you're going to get beat up by a bunch of nerds. I can tell you that right now.
That's the only reason I would wear it, just to piss off somebody.
I wouldn't
I'm a
even
big Star Wars fan, Star Trek fan.
I would actually have people at the door not allow you people in. I'd be like, nope, sorry, you can't come in.
Jumanji has a Star Wars shirt.
I have a couple of them.
Yeah,
Well, same here.
I know.
I also have a couple of Star Trek shirts too.
I do have a proposal though on what I would like to do. If we can get Jumanji to agree to it, we need to go back to Jumanji. You need to watch this movie.
Hmm.
Have you watched the Blade movies that I bought you for Christmas like 4 years ago?
Yes,
Oh.
like some years ago.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
That's it. That's all you got. You didn't think the first Blade movie was dope. You don't even remember it. You didn't fucking watch it. There's no way you watched it and don't remember it.
that was like 3 years ago,
Oh my god.
and I watched it once.
You.
I feel like I remember more about the Star Wars,
I will now force
probably because
choke
we
you.
talked about that more. But
He's trying to force that.
Jumanji's dying right now.
Yeah, I can see that.
my mind went other places, so then I was like, you should probably stop.
Shouldn't
Oh,
think that way about
no.
your friends. Oh,
I was just thinking about Ron's.
Mm.
Oh, really? How? There you go.
We should have Jumanji. We should have family movie night.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Slaptail Squad movie night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that
we got to
was
figure out
that we did,
what
Charles.
movie we want Jumanji to see, though. That's the thing. And we got to figure out what. And obviously, Swan, you're not going to be part of the decision making process, probably. I mean, you can be part of it.
Movies.
No, you can be part of it, but it's like, which ones would you pick? It's probably far more likely that Ron's and I are going to pick what movie we would watch. We would have
Stuff
Jumanji
that was
watch.
more from your childhood than mine. Yeah. There's a difference.
Just a couple of days.
Well, there's a
Yeah.
bunch of movies that Swan hasn't seen that it shocks me that she hasn't seen.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
what?
what were we talking about the other day that I had never
You've
seen?
never, no, you was it like Rocky you'd never seen.
I've seen Rocky. No. But
Which
yeah,
Rocky?
probably more than one of them. I can't tell you which one
Like
is
the
which.
mask Rocky or the boxer Rocky?
The boxer Rocky. The what Rocky?
The mask.
That's she's
Mask.
seen that. You've seen Mask, right?
Yeah.
I seen
movie.
The Mask
Yeah, that's a really good one.
with Jim Carrey.
No.
No.
Mask is with Cher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very. It's
That's
a very
actually
good
a
movie.
I
good
haven't seen
movie.
that.
It's a
That's
great
actually a good
movie. Great movie.
I like Cher. She's great. She can
Okay.
still I mean,
does-
I don't know about now, but she could belt out some stuff 10 years ago.
She's a classic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of her the other day that popped up of when she wore her little Pocahontas costume. I was like, oh. I remember first seeing that when I was like a little kid when she was on the Sonny and Cher show.
Yep.
And that was one of those life affirming moments for me. I was like, oh yeah. You know what I would do with that? I would
What would
totally,
you have done with that?
I would totally touch her backside for sure.
So if we select a movie for the Swan,
No. It's for Jumanji.
For Jumanji.
Jumanji. So there is a. Would it be a sad movie?
It could be whatever kind of movies.
Okay, so I've got one that's really, really kind of sad,
What movie?
and it's the American version of Hachiko. Right?
Oh, that's
And
a good movie.
Yeah, if you're with Richard Gere, if you're a dog lover, that's gonna rip you apart.
I was thinking more like old timey from like 70s, 80s.
Oh God!
Not like 2000s. Because
Okay.
I imagine Jumanji has never seen The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Oh, I don't like those.
Oh, I love that movie so much.
I'm gonna. Does that have Tom Selleck in it?
No, it has.
Yes, it does.
No, it does not.
No, it does.
No, what is?
Clint
I feel
Eastwood.
like I've seen
It's
Clint Eastwood. Okay, I
Eastwood.
don't. What's
Those
the
are-
Tom Selleck movie that I'm thinking about that's like that?
Down Under
Maybe, I don't know.
or Quigley?
Or-
Quigley Down
Quigley?
Under. Yeah.
Or the
Yeah.
Dingo Ate Her Baby.
I think
Dingo
I
Ate
like
My Baby.
Yeah.
I just watched that not too long ago.
Okay.
I think I was watching that in the hotel when I was in Chicago.
Hmm.
Now I'm
Yeah.
thinking more like, I'm trying to think of what I would have him watch that he hasn't possibly seen. You know, like, have you seen Gremlins?
Ooh, I love Gremlins.
A long time ago,
About E.T.
not in its entirety.
Do you know what movie I was thinking about the other day? Cocoon.
Oh yeah, it's a good movie.
Never
That's a good
heard
movie.
of it.
Oh.
Wilford Brimley, who's 47, looks 96 in that damn movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
that guy's always looked old.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, the Bad News Bears.
A little campy.
Yeah, that's a little campy. Paper
So we'll
Moon?
just have to like make a list of them, and then we vote, and we'll just have Jumanji movie night.
Have you seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
Yes.
Such
Okay.
a weird look on your
That
face.
sounds doubtful. He sounds
use
doubtful.
the
I think
way
he's
you've
lying
seen
right
Pee-wee's
now.
Big
No,
Adventure.
because that came out in like
Forever
I was in
ago.
high school. I was in high school when that
I was
came
like,
out.
I was a kid. Yep.
I would say
Yeah.
late 90s, early 90s, somewhere
Earlier.
there.
It wasn't even. I don't even think it was the 90s. I feel like it was the late 80s.
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
maybe 88, 89, maybe. I'm
Okay.
guessing.
but I feel like I've seen it. It was probably like in the 90s.
Well, okay, what's it about? You're like,
Pee-wee
it's
Herman.
about Pee-wee's
No.
Big
He
Adventure.
probably saw the other one that was like Pee
Big
Wee's.
Top Pee-wee?
Yeah, it came out in 1985. Pee Wee's
Damn.
Big Adventure.
That's the year I was born.
I was 6, but I did watch that. We got it on VHS, or not? It wasn't even VHS. It was Beta. My parents had a Beta VHS tape player, whatever.
Let me see. Pee-wee Big Adventure.
He's Googling it. What was it about? Pee Wee's bike gets
But,
stolen.
I used to watch that
Pee Wee's
show a lot
Playhouse?
as a kid.
You watched Pee Wee's
Yeah.
Playhouse? I did too.
Yeah, awesome. Good show. No,
Yeah.
I guess we would have to decide. We'd have to narrow it down by genre first.
R.I.P. Pee Wee. R.I.P.
When did he die?
When did he die? Not too long ago.
Yeah, not too
recently.
long
This
ago.
year. I mean, he died a week after we watched Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
23.
We killed Pee Wee.
No, we didn't.
Hmm.
Don't
I'm
say
just
that.
kidding. We didn't.
not
But
fucking
man,
true.
it's not true. It's not true.
Not fucking true.
Poor Pee Wee. I liked him. Anyway.
Anyway. No,
Anyway.
we'd have to figure out what genre we're going with. What about scary movies, Jumanji? Will you watch a scary movie?
In the daytime,
All
with
the lights on.
on, and there are people there.
Okay.
Are you like, don't go in there. Don't go in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So scary movies will be the first thing that we. No, just kidding. What about like action movies? You don't strike me as an action movie person.
If there's like a good storyline, I can get
There's no
behind it.
storylines in action movies.
Sometimes there are,
no,
but
I
then,
would
like
beg to
sometimes
differ.
like you get like
It's
the
the same
John
storyline.
Wicks, like
Ooh, those are good movies.
Indiana Jones.
Have you
those
seen
are good.
Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
I have not.
Oh.
Those are good. We
I
could
know
watch
he
those.
swings in on the rope, doesn't he? Like Tarzan.
Well, on
Man.
his bullwhip.
I don't consider Indiana Jones an action movie, honestly.
Really? Why?
I think
No.
it's like fantasy or something.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I don't consider it an action
What about
movie.
James Bond?
I've seen
Spy.
a couple of them.
That's a spy movie.
Okay. Well,
Hmm.
it's still action. I mean,
I don't think so.
fair enough.
There's two
Your opinion.
action movies don't have great plots. Like most of the James Bond movies, pretty good plots. Because they're
Okay,
spy
so
movies. They're based on, that character is based on a book. So
Oh,
there's usually good development of the movie itself. When I talk about action movies, I'm talking about like Rambo, First Blood. Not a great plot. It's an action movie.
The Adventures of Remo Williams.
Yeah,
don't
I
know what
really
that
wish
is.
they would have. I really wish they would have made a second one. That was really just. They made it seem like they were going to make a second movie, and they
Yeah.
didn't. But I would consider that. I would not consider. But I wouldn't consider Remo Williams an action movie. I would have considered it. I would have considered it a comedy.
Okay, yeah, okay. The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know what that is either.
Okay.
How about like Face Off? Is that an action movie?
There's a drama.
The Taking of 123
know
with
what
John
that is.
Travolta.
I mean, are we just going to yell random movies at me to let me know to tell me if I
Yes.
think it's an action movie or
Yes.
not?
Well, because you
it's just
you
my
you have
opinion.
a,
It's just my opinion. I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm just saying to me that's not an action movie.
but you are a high lord and master of all
What
things.
about the
I
movie
like if
Taken?
it's an action movie. It's shit blowing up,
Taken.
constant fighting. Yeah, Taken. Yeah, that's. An
Oh, what
action
about
movie.
the great? This is the all-time Christmas movie, Die Hard, the first one.
I'm
Or the
gonna
second
say
one, or the third
I'm
one.
gonna throw out something really unpopular right now.
Okay.
Here we go, listeners. Be prepared to hate the Beef Man.
Uh-huh.
Even when it came out, I never thought Die Hard was a great movie.
I don't even think I've seen that movie, for
Okay.
being
I
honest.
could never wrap my head around how Bruce Willis was an action star. I was like, how is Bruce? Because I grew up watching Bruce Willis on Moonlighting.
Okay. Yeah. I get
And
that.
so when he was a quote action star, I was like, that's the dude from Moonlighting. That's like, that's like how John Krasinski does some sort of action TV show where he's like, I don't remember which one of those book characters, but I'm like, I can't watch that show. That's Jim from The Office.
So you typecast him already.
In my head, they're already typecasted. So to me, Bruce Willis as an action star, I'm like, I guess he's an action star. But I never thought Die Hard was that great of a movie. I actually liked the villains in Die Hard more than I liked the hero in Die Hard because it was a guy from Harry Potter. What's his name?
I know
guy
what
who
you're talking
died.
about.
Al Rickman.
Yeah.
Rickman's his last
Snape?
name. Yeah,
Snape,
it's
yeah.
Alan Rickman, right? Isn't that his name?
Yeah,
think
Alan
so.
Rickman. Yeah.
Because he was awesome. But yeah, I like the bad guys probably in the first Die Hard more than the good guys.
I honestly don't think I've seen those movies. Do you know what I was thinking about the other day? Do you know remember that movie Short Circuit?
Yeah.
Oh, that was one of my favorite movies with Alex
I like that
Sheehan.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great movie. Johnny Five. Johnny Five is alive.
Yeah, I like that movie. I think Jumanji would think that movie is cute.
Well, that's just Wally's offspring. I mean, that's just
No,
the offspring of Wally.
Yeah.
No, damn it.
It's
No,
the
that
other
would
way
be
around.
Wally
that would
is
be
Short Circuit's kid.
Yeah.
I love Wally too.
Wally's good.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Jim from The Office. Have you seen The Soldiers of Benghazi?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a good movie.
That's one of my favorite, and that's the action movie. Would you consider? Yeah. There's a lot of shit blowing up in there.
It's a war movie.
It is.
You like keep changing like what the categories are.
Well, that's like
No,
saying, okay,
that's
so-
a war movie.
but
That's
because-
not action movie.
Because they
That's-
have because it's their own genre. It's a war type movie.
True.
That's a plane movie. Like they're only on planes.
I'm
That's
just telling
a
you
desert movie.
that movie had a plot. If you do something, you watch something like what's that? Oh gosh, the movie where the guy is dying like the entire movie, but he still lives. It's Jason Stamos, not Jason Stamos. Statham. Jason Statham, is that his name?
Oh, Crank?
Yeah, that's a nonstop action movie. It's completely ridiculous, has a stupid plot, but it's nonstop. That's what I consider an action movie.
Okay, what about the remake of The
Everybody's
Mechanic?
just going to keep throwing movies at me to see if I consider
Well,
it an
no,
action
you
I
movie.
don't
missed
know. What do you
Jason
want us to do?
Statham. What about him as the role? He took over for Charles Bronson in The Mechanic.
I
He's a
don't think I've
hitman.
seen that movie.
I haven't seen that movie either.
I mean, if you're gonna keep throwing out obscure movies to me, then I'm like, dude, I
Well,
haven't seen
no,
that movie.
these aren't obscure movies. He's got actors that you
That doesn't
you
mean I've
well
seen the
know.
movie. That doesn't mean I've seen the movie.
Okay.
So how about totally not an action movie? I guess. Well, maybe I don't know. What do you consider it? But we watched recently Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like the original one.
Comedy,
Comedy.
dark
Okay.
comedy,
Dark comedy. Have you seen that movie, Jumanji?
I have not.
still
I think
stands the
that
test
one,
of time.
yeah, totally stood the test of time. Yeah.
What about
Because
The Shadow?
Haven't seen that movie. Are you talking about? Is it who's?
With
Is
Alec
that with
Baldwin?
No, I haven't seen that.
Okay.
I don't think I've known one movie you've named.
No, well, yeah, obviously. I mean,
How about The Rock, Jumanji? Have you ever seen The Rock? What do you
There's
think
a
about?
movie
Let
called
me
The
ask you.
Rock.
Not Dwayne The Rock Johnson. The movie The Rock.
with
Oh.
Nicolas
Does
Cage
that
and Sean
have?
Connery.
I was gonna say that has Sean Connery in it. I've seen that
Yeah.
movie. That's a good movie, I think.
Depends on what your. I love Nicolas Cage, so I can't say one bad thing about him. Do you like Nicolas Cage, Jumanji?
I'm trying to see what The Rock movie is.
It's a great movie. It's got Sean Connery kicking some ass.
Yeah, we should watch that one. That one's good.
That's a good movie. That's a good popcorn flick right there, man.
No, I've never
Sure.
seen The Rock.
I vote for The Rock. Ron's
Came out
The
in
Rock.
96.
The Rock is good, but if you're gonna go with a Nicolas Cage action movie, Ghost Rider.
No, that's a terrible movie.
No, I don't like that movie. I mean, it was all right.
I would pick Con Air if my other Nicolas
Ooh,
Cage.
Con
I
Air was
had that
good.
one on my list of when I was talking about whatever I was talking about. That
Ghost
was one of my ones.
Rider was
Take
just
off.
a movie that Nick wanted to do, so they did it. And I love Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider, but the movie itself wasn't great. And I love Ghost Rider. I loved Ghost Rider when I was a kid, man. He was dope. One of the only blonde superheroes to pull off blonde hair. Honestly, most superheroes don't have blonde hair.
What was the other movie he starred in as? He escaped from hell to avenge his daughter or protect his granddaughter. It was Nicolas Cage actually, and the ending scene was just fucking fantastic.
Well, that was Con Air.
No, it wasn't Con Air.
Con Air is the same thing. He's a prisoner, and in the end, he sees his daughter and hands her a bunny rabbit.
But this one was, it's like, I plan to blow your head off with this shotgun and drink a beer from your skull, and he actually does that in the end.
Don't know. He's made a lot of movies. I don't know what
He's
that
made
one
a
is.
lot. Do you know what movie I
It's
remember?
a great
him?
horror movie though too.
What's the newest one that he was in that he played himself?
Oh, that was so fucking awesome. It has a really long title. Him
Yeah.
and Pedro Pascal. That was a great fucking movie. Yeah.
I feel like one of the first Nicolas Cage movies I've ever seen was Peggy Sue Got Married.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Moonstruck. Good movie.
I don't think I've seen that one.
That's with Cher also.
The Rock has David Morse in it. I like him as an actor.
Fucking ding it again, man.
I don't even know what it is. Just not even gonna lie. It's not like text messages. I don't even know.
I don't even know.
I don't even know.
I don't know how
You're just hearing stuff.
Yeah, you're probably just hearing stuff. It's probably not even me. You're just doing it and blaming it on me.
What if we do this? Here's this. This seems like a great idea to me. What do you think about this? What if we only pick Nicolas Cage movies for like 5 of them?
Okay.
Because Nicolas Cage is one of those actors, I think, where you try to understand him, but it's like damn near impossible. And that's why I just love Nicolas Cage. I don't know, man.
Is
Just
that
something
like,
about how cool he is.
okay, I can't really just compare him, but is that like Bill Murray movies?
Yeah, kinda.
Because he's like random and weird and quirky in every
I
movie
don't
that
think I've
he's
ever
in.
seen Bill Murray in a horror movie.
No,
he was,
Zombieland.
yeah, he was in
That's
Zombieland.
not a horror
I mean, it's
movie.
a comedy
It's
movie.
a comedy. What's a horror movie about Zombieland?
I mean, I don't
All right.
know. There's zombies.
That's like saying Ghostbusters is a horror movie. Oh no, Bill Murray did Ghostbusters. That's not a horror movie.
Okay, but he's a good actor and he's in a shit ton of movies.
Yeah, well, what is that?
Well, I'm
have
just
to
saying, is he
do?
like as well rounded? Like Nicolas Cage is well rounded.
Totally different
like Bill
person.
Murray.
Totally different. Totally. Totally
Okay,
different.
well,
Not even. I wouldn't. You
just
can't
going
even
with
compare
actors
the
we
two.
like. Oh, we can't compare them.
How can you compare Nicolas Cage to Bill Murray? There's no comparison there.
I mean,
They're
their
both great in
acting
what they do.
career
Bill
is
Murray,
super.
shut
Yeah,
up. Shut up.
you were asking me how can I compare, and I was comparing for you.
Okay, please tell us how you would compare
No,
the two.
I want you to compare right now. Go.
No, they don't compare. That's what I'm saying. They don't compare.
So what about
You're talking about Bill Murray, who is a comedic fucking genius for decades, compared to Nicolas Cage.
I wasn't comparing them as. I was just saying their career is really
But you
long,
just
and they have a
told me
lot
to
of movies.
compare the two.
Okay, fine.
what about Nicolas Cage in Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
That's such a minor role. Why would we pick that as a Nick Cage movie?
Because it has Nick Cage in him.
Why? Oh my fucking god! You are a moron. You want to pick a role where he played? What was he? A surfer dude?
You're like, wait
Fast
for
Times
it.
at
Sure, why
Wait
not?
for it.
He's not even. He's barely in the movie. How is that a Nicolas Cage movie?
Because he's
It's
in
got-
it.
Yeah, he's yeah.
You remember this Pampers commercial where you briefly see Nicolas Cage's hand as he's handing the box to somebody? We should watch that. That's a Nicolas Cage short.
I agree. A credit's a credit.
No.
I want
Anyway,
Face Off.
that's a good one. John Travolta.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's me.
Fucking dinged again. Look
Yep.
at me.
Look at
how
me.
important
I'm
I am.
important. I'm important. I bet it's like stupid spam emails,
No way.
and I
What
don't know how to
about-
turn them off.
Jumanji, are you in, first of all? Are you down for researching Nicolas Cage?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And then I say the first movie we go with is The Rock. And the other two movies, I would definitely agree with Swan on Face Off. And Con Air is my other recommendation.
Okay,
But then we can mix in the funny. We can mix in the funny. We can get Raising Arizona. We could do, what's the other one?
Peggy Sue Got Married.
Peggy Sue Got Married.
What about kind of a crossover of Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse where he plays Spider Noir?
Jesus, dude, you're talking about 5 minutes of a movie.
All right.
It's not even him. It's his voice on a cartoon character. How is this an in-depth look at Nicolas Cage?
Just go with
It
Ghost
shows
Rider.
the broad range of his acting.
No,
skills.
go
the
with
answer
Ghost
is
Rider.
no. Jesus Christ! If I'd be more, I'll take Ghost Rider over a cartoon rendition of someone who's not the star of the movie.
Fair enough.
Oh.
What about the time Nicolas Cage did a cameo on
Okay.
Friends?
Okay, so he was
Oh,
really
Did
good.
he?
What about the Sorcerer's
No,
Apprentice?
I don't think so.
Oh.
What about the Sorcerer's Apprentice? He actually he was in a starring role in that.
It's amazing though. There's so many Nicolas Cage movies where the movie was Nicolas Cage as the star,
What's the newest
office,
one?
multi-millionaire box office star, and Ron's is picking like,
I want the
this guy was
newest
in there
one.
for 2 minutes.
The newest one where he plays himself. That one.
I feel like that's got to be the last one though.
Okay. The last
You
one.
can't like hit him with that one because Jumanji will not understand the fervor that is Nick
Who he
Cage
is.
if we watch that one first.
Okay. That's true.
But goddamn, that was an awesome movie. By the way, Ron, you probably know this. Nicolas Cage, Sir Nicolas Cage.
Was he knighted?
Well, you can't be knighted if you're American. I don't know if you know
Oh.
that.
No, I didn't know that.
No. No, but we call him Sir Nicolas Cage because he's like an American knight, even though that's not a thing. No, he's pretty big in the horror genre too, man. If you want to watch some good campy horror movies, man,
I
Nicolas
do.
Cage, some good ones.
Yeah. And who's he actually
Mandy?
related to? I
Mandy
thought you were
was
going to
good.
drop the fact that who he was related to.
Oh, he's on the way to Oliver Stone, right?
No, Francis Ford Coppola.
It was one of the two. I can't remember. Yeah, it's his
One of the two.
nephew. It's his
Yeah.
uncle, right?
I saw him in Renfield actually. He was really good in Renfield.
Renfield was
Oh,
good,
that's
but-
a great movie
yeah,
too.
but he
I
wasn't
actually hit
in
one.
it much.
Hey, I got one.
Yeah, but he wasn't in it much.
No.
But it was. I mean, the Renfield, the movie itself was fucking dope. I hope they make more of them.
I'd like to see how they bring him back because in the end he just fucks him up.
That's why. You know why Nicolas Cage is named Nicolas Cage
No, I don't.
is because he didn't want to be associated with his uncle. because he didn't want people to know that Francis Ford Coppola was his uncle. So his name is an amalgamation of, I think, Cage from the comics, and I don't remember what Nick is from. Oh, Nick Fury. So it's Nick Fury, and I can't remember which cartoon character is Cage. I don't know what that one's from.
Interesting.
Because he's a big comic book fan.
Interesting.
Hope you're listening to this, Nick. Sir Nicolas Cage.
You can be a knight in our world if you want to be.
Sound horny, Swan?
I mean, maybe. No, probably not. Probably not.
All right. Well, anyway, I guess then we can wrap it up. We got a plan, though. I'm going to make the list.
Yeah, because I'm looking through all of his movies, and sad to say, I don't think I've seen any of these.
Awesome.
Yes. Well, we had an adventure then. Yay.
First one,
Which is kind of sad.
The Rock.
Okay. The Rock. First movie. You just get us dates when you can do movie night.
Dun, 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 dun.
For the
Dun,
Rons,
dun, dun.
for the Rons, we will do Ghost Rider.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Well, no, you don't have to. I would like to. What about Redfield?
No, I just got through
Okay,
saying
okay.
that he's really not in Renfield much. Let's pick one where he is the main focus of the movie.
I want all the years of Nicolas Cage, though, because I literally like Peggy Sue Got Married. I remember that one.
I really want to see it. I haven't seen it, but where was the one where he's a driver all night, like a morgue driver or a taxi driver, in New York?
No.
I don't know what that one is.
Oh yeah, it's one of his more famous breakout roles. I can't think of it. I think it came out. I'll find it here in a second.
Okay, well, we have a plan. I'm going to make a list. As soon as Jumanji's ready, and then, of course, about the time frame of around April, we're going to have to make Jumanji watch Star Wars movies again. But this time, you're going to have to watch the second trilogy.
Okay.
Which I don't so much mind the third one. The first two is terrible. One's not that bad, but yeah.
So do you think that we could have like a three episode movie night? You know how like they play it at the movie theater and it's like so long and all that, but we could do it like not at the movie theater, like at our house or something, and have everybody over to do that?
Yeah, that'd be fun. We'd have to. Jumanji's always the one who can't tear
I'm
himself
gonna have to
away.
like reserve a 8-hour day to watch Star Wars. Can you do that?
8 hours?
Yeah, all the movies.
All in one sitting.
I mean, we can get up and like have snacks and all those
Fucking
things,
can't.
right?
You sit your ass down, you watch straight through.
And you just don't even go to the bathroom. You
It's
just
like
hold
watching
it.
Titanic.
Oh yeah,
How
Pretty
dare
much.
you?
no.
How dare you?
You just got in
How dare you
trouble.
compare Titanic to Star Wars?
Just the length.
I
of
won't
the
even
movie.
take that. I won't even accept that insult for the second trilogy, and that's not even my favorite. I'll still take that as an affront to Star Wars.
The movie I was thinking of was Bringing Out the Dead.
Ron's went back.
Yeah.
He's bringing it back around.
Yeah,
don't
bring
know
it
that
back
movie.
down. But
I don't think I've
anyway,
seen it.
yeah.
All right, so cool. So why Swan are you flipping over Star Wars? I thought we were gonna do like why aren't we doing 3 movies of Nicolas Cage in a row?
You were talking about in April. I'm
think that would
thinking
make-
do the Nicolas
think-
Cage ones before that.
You think making us watch a full 6 hours of Nicolas Cage will make us all neurotic?
No, because we're gonna have a variety of selections. But no, that we can do that before April.
Hmm.
I'm just saying we can do a Star Wars one in April.
We gotta plan it because I feel like Jumanji's gonna watch these movies and be like, these movies are terrible. I'm like, you shut the fuck up, Jumanji. It's like, this is the worst shit I've ever seen. How can you watch this? Shut the fuck up.
I'll just sit there and sip my tea.
And by tea, you mean wine or
Or
some
that.
other beverage?
Mm,
Yeah.
all right. Well, I guess that's it for me. We got a plan. I'm pretty excited about it, actually. I do want to thank all of our listeners all over the world. I hope you're all being safe and take care of yourselves. There's too much shit going on. And yeah, like I said, if your best friend was beating up a toddler, you should probably tell them to stop. If you were a good friend, you would do that. Figure that analogy out, U.S. government.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm looking forward to some Nick Cage time. Love Nicolas Cage. Let's see. So we got a show coming up on 12/9 at the Crawl Space Comedy Theater. That's going to be a holiday show, and we're asking people who to come on out and wear your silliest holiday gear. That'll be fun, and we'll have drawings like we had at this last one. That was fun.
Yeah,
And
fun.
thank you to all the people who came out. Thank you all the people who listened to the podcast. Thank you to our friends of the show like JD Hutchins, The Monsters Lair, Skylar Creates, and probably it, really. Oh, and if you are in the Texas area, check out the band Honcho. That's pretty cool. That's my friend that I was in the Army with. He's got a little band. Plays a lot. Apparently he's going to be on... He's on a reality TV show on country music television, I think, or whatever it's called. CMTV. I don't know. So I'll
That's
have to
kind of
check
cool.
that out. So I'll have to check
Awesome.
that out when it comes out. Very cool.
Nice.
Honcho the band, my good buddy McGill, who I'm sure listens to this podcast. Probably doesn't. All right. And that's it for me, the Beef Man. Adios, muchachos.
Bye from the Swan.
Deuces.
And as we found out from the Bead Man, it is a pretty fucked up world. So stay sane, motherfuckers. It's only going to get crazier.